Hey everyone, this is Mike from Little Pickle Adventures. I'm going to do a walkthrough here at Cedar Point. I'm going to do three different parts. I'm going to do the front and the new boardwalk area. And as we go through all the roller coasters, I'll show you and give you a little information, background on the roller coasters. But probably go a third of the park today, a third of the park probably early next week, and then by the end of next week do the whole rest of the park. This makes for a long video. So figured I'd break it up into pieces. But yeah, Val and I are not on a big traveling time right now, so we're going to give us the opportunity. We do have season passes to come to Cedar Point. We do probably once or twice a month. Relatively cheap. I think our season pass were $126 each. And then we also, use the water park, and Halloween weekends is probably one of our favorite things to do. I did do one video last year on Halloween weekends, and I'll do another one this year. But yeah, I figured I'd just come take you through a walkthrough so you could get a little bit of a look at Cedar Point. Entrance to the park here, 150. But that was back in 2020, but they still got it. That's quite an accomplishment. Again, Cedar Point's been here a while. Actually, I used to work here 42 years ago, but we'll walk through and just give you a walk through the first third of the park, and then we'll move on the rest of the week. The Ocean Motion, it's a ship, swing ride, goes back and forth like a ship. It's here just right when you first come in the park, and behind there is the gatekeeper. I'll show you that here. The gatekeeper runs along the whole front side of the park. You got rentals over there and lockers, which if you want, if you forgot something, we'll try to make at least a couple times a year we ride the carousel. Beautiful carousel here right at the front of the park. Souvenir stands. You'll find that they have souvenir stands based on each different roller coaster or area, but they all have a lot of the same thing. There's the Starbucks. Seems like everywhere has a Starbucks now. So most of the time. Some people can't live without. There's the sky ride. If I could get on that, I might do that a little bit here at the very end. I may do that and see if we can't take some overhead pictures. Ice cream shop. Go ahead and get some ice cream if you want to. I think it's closed today. Probably a weekend excursion. All right, we'll go down the game row here real quick. So one of the other things you can do is, if you've got little ones, it's kind of fun to do the games and try to win something. They give pretty good size prizes away, as you can see. Again, it's been a part of Cedar Point as long as I've been coming here. So. Another thing that they've converted to here at Cedar Point is everything's got to be paid for with a card, but they do offer, you can put cash in, and they will print out a card for you, so you can go to anywhere. All the concessions, all the souvenir, everything is now by card, no cash. It's a no cash environment. All right, so this is new. This used to be, I believe even last year, this was Johnny Rockets, was a restaurant. It looks like they made it into an arcade of some kind. Real quick, just give you once around in here. Got some sort of mirror maze, enter and exit. Just games, another arcade where you can spend more money, spend a little money. I think one of the things that you see as we go through here, the rides are still there. There's still spectacular rides, and you can do a lot of things without pulling out your wallet. But I think there's a concerted effort here to increase the number of restaurants, increase the game playing, that type of stuff, to try to increase revenue. So, but it is, that's everywhere. This is Kiddieland. This is all the older type rides. Kiddieland's been here again as long as I can remember, but it's nice. The rides are well kept and do a nice job. So somewhere to bring the little ones. They got another carousel over there. So all right, let's keep on rolling. More games down that way. Got the Max Air here. Max Air is another swing ride, probably the biggest one they've got, the biggest swing ride. Show you here as it takes off. Looks like they've got it loaded. Let's see if it takes off here in a minute. Here's the new area of Cedar Point, the boardwalk. Again, this is the area that I used to work when I was here 42 years ago, but it was completely different than what it is today. Obviously, you can see that they got the gatekeeper over here. This used to be called Spiral Refreshments. They had the big old spiral that went way up in the air, and you could see out over the lake. But it wasn't really very popular, so they got rid of that. This is the gatekeeper. The gatekeeper came in 2013. 170 feet is the highest point, and it goes 67 miles an hour. So, this is what we saw when we were at the front of the park when we were coming in. The blue rails above the sign with the gatekeeper. We'll take a walk down the boardwalk here. Quickly go out the back here. There's a new pavilion back here. I'll give you a quick look at that. It is just put in, and again, it's one of those added areas where you can sit down in the cool of the air conditioning, or you can sit outside in the back on the patios, look at the lake, get the lake breeze. But it's another new concession area that you can get a drink, an alcoholic drink if you'd like one. You can sit and relax for a little while, and they do have food. See if we can't get a shot of what the food is. This is it right here. It's right behind the Ferris wheel. Go. See if I can get a shot of the menu, the items you can get. There you go. Stop back, take a look at them if you'd like. I'm going to take a quick one upstairs and we'll show you what they got up there. And I talked about there being a bar. It looks like a nice large bar. Again, right there. It looks like they've got all your frozen drink choices that you'd like to have. That's nice. And they've got the liquor on a roller coaster. That's pretty cool. So, like I said, you could go out back and you can, looks like you can get the other food upstairs too. So, but you can go out back to the patio. And one of the things interesting about this patio is you can see the beach. It's really, you know, Cedar Point, another aspect of Cedar Point that many people don't understand or know. With the breakers, you get access to the beach. The beach is a nice big beach. You can see the parasailing going on. You've got beach rentals of jet skis. It's just like a coastal type of situation. The one thing that I've always found interesting is this boardwalk right here. Right down here is the boardwalk now that's connected from the Breakers Hotel, which I did do a video on the Breakers. It is the only hotel complex inside of the Cedar Point area. There's actually 3 other major hotels owned by Cedar Point. But you can see down there, you can see a little bit of the water park past the Breakers. That's the Breakers. It looks like a castle. Yeah, it's another, if you choose to come and stay the night, it is a nice place. The beach is really hopping today. You can see the people bring their boats up and actually utilize the beach also. Really nice area. This is another addition to Cedar Point this year, down here along the boardwalk. The whole boardwalk area is brand new. They've got, if you remember, they had a ride called the Wicked Twister down here, ran right along the lake. And then they had the marine area, which was many different things. It was an aquarium, it was a marine show, did a lot of different things, but really didn't do much of anything for the last bit. But this is the roller coaster now, sitting kind of where the Wicked Twister sat. It is, it's called the Wild Mouse. And it looks to me like it's a pretty small, it doesn't hold a lot of people. Maybe I see there's 4 people in that cart, but the carts are different colors and I think they're named after the mice here that you see. Again, it seems like to me a Bobcat replacement. It's a smaller roller coaster. It does a lot of spinning, that type of stuff, but it's for the roller coaster enthusiasts, I'm not sure that it's going to be the biggest thing, but for for younger people, seems like a lot of fun. So check it out. We're back here on the boardwalk. You had the Matterhorn, which is moved from over on the other, near the corkscrew area. They got the Joe Cool Dodgem cars. Now Joe Cool is another, or Planet Snoopy is the other kids, another kids area. I think there's a total of 3. But here you got the Scrambler here. You can see the backside of the Wild Mouse. Again, lots of nice landscaping, beautiful area, nice little walk. But here's the Planet Snoopy area, and the kids from Planet Snoopy are here. You can same type of rides. Again, they're more catered to the kids. You got the big monster trucks where my son, when he was young, used to love those monster trucks, and he'd want to ride on them all the time. So, but it's another pretty good sized place, and just for young kids. So, highly recommend it. Over here's a restaurant, a dine-in restaurant. You can go inside and you can sit down and eat, or there's patio. But on a hot day, it's kind of nice going in the air conditioning. The Melt Bar and Grill. It is part of the food package, I think. Here I would refer you to the Cedar Point app. If you're thinking about coming to Cedar Point, just put the app on your phone. They'll show you discounts and that type of stuff on the app. So, and they review the dining package with you and tell you what's a part of the dining package, which we're going to cross over and head down to the train area and towards Frontier Town. So right now You know, pretty much one roller coaster. You got the Wild Mouse also. So 2 roller coasters on that portion. There's another diner that's part of the dining package. But hamburgers, that type of stuff. It's a nice place. It's been here forever, and a multitude of different names. But nice place to go in and eat too. You can sit, if you can find indoor seating, it's cool. All right, this is the main entertainment area at night. They put on shows here. They have a lot of different things they do, but mainly it's a dance and, you know, music type show. They used to do trampoline stuff and all kinds of crazy things. But during Halloween weekends, this is a nice place to come. They put on some pretty Halloween-oriented skits and do that. And there's more during Halloween weekends. There's more bands, more stages they add, but it's a nice place to watch a show. This is the Iron Dragon, another roller coaster here. Been here since 1987. It's 76 feet high and 40 miles an hour to top end. It's been here a while, but it is probably, I know Trenton, my son, loved to go on it. We went on it a lot because it was there. The lines weren't too bad, and it's a fun coaster to go on. So, highly recommend it. We're going to go on the Cedar Point Lake Erie Railroad. We're going to try to get a seat on there. And if the train's running, looks like there's a line, so probably the train is running. So we'll see. Hopefully we can get on. Hi, there's the engine getting ready to take off. Everybody's getting loaded up right now. Here's one of the additions to Cedar Point. It's called a VIP area. They had a bunch of them a couple of years ago, but I think they've reduced it down to one, the Millennium Force experience, or VIP experience at the Millennium Force. Again, it's a nice place to go sit with fans and you know, drinks. You can get drinks. There's water. You can get watch some TV if you want. Just a place to take a break. Yeah, you can get stuff out front, but it is an extra cost, but it's a nice place to get away from everybody. All right, we're off and running here. Again, I always hop on the train if I'm trying to get from mid-park back to the back of the park. It's very good for that. There's actually 2 stops. There's a stop in the middle of the park close to the Millennium Force, which is right here. You can see it. It's a good way to look at the Millennium Force too. It's right back along the railroad tracks. The railroad tracks go between the Millennium Force and the exterior of the plant or the Sandusky Bay area. It's we'll cover the Millennium Force here in a little bit. As you can see, Cedar Point is on a peninsula. It is that's the Sandusky Bay and Sandusky over there, the Sandusky, Ohio. So it jets out, the peninsula jets out into Lake Erie, and it pretty much covers the whole peninsula. All right, we're coming into Frontier Town, but you know, here's just going to show you a little bit of the Maverick from behind. Pretty much on a lot of people's list, it's either 1 or 2, the Maverick from a roller coaster. It's much closer to the ground, a little lower, but very, very fast. The thing I don't like about many of the roller coasters, they twist you, turn you, and flip you upside down, and that kind of gets to me. But no, it's Valerie's favorite, so we'll show that to you when we get to the front here. All right, we're coming into the station. I'm going to stay on the train and ride it back to the midpoint of the park by the Millennium Force. Just kind of wanted to run the train in the first third of the video, so we're going to stay on. Here's the Frontier Town stop. We'll stay on and we'll cover the fun part of the train ride on the way back to the center of the park. All right, here we go. We're leaving the station from Frontier Town and headed back to the Midway stop. This side of the train, or this part of the train ride, is a little more fun than the first part. The first part just gets you from point A to point B. The back side is fun. It's been like this for at least 55 years, because that's when I remember first seeing it. So it's a big part of the park. But we'll come back on the Frontier and we'll look at Steel Vengeance, go through some of the details. One of the things that's a tradition here is you wave. The train folks wave to everybody on the crossings. It's a big part. And then we go to Boneville, which Boneville is a automated area where skeletons inhabit the town. All the way through this side of the train ride, you've got some fun scenery. I think pretty quick we're here. We come right up on Boneville, if I'm not mistaken. Yep, here it is. Here comes Boneville. So, see, there's lots of things going on. We had a gunfight right here in the middle of the town. But yeah, the scenery is completely different on this way. I wish they'd do the front side the same way, but been here like this forever. That's the early stage. Oh, the guy's got the door open in the potty. What is he doing? All right. But yeah, as we go through this, there's a lot of different scenery. Here we go, waving. One of the things that's dying here at Cedar Point, when you used to go by on the train, everybody would always wave. There'd be a big wave. Oh, here's the sawmill over here. Yep, Billy Bob's sawmill. That's the hard-working guys at the sawmill. Oh, here's a guy fishing. Oh, he caught one. It looks like it's dead. All right. Again, a little funner, a little more scenery on this leg than there was on the first leg. That's kind of why I stayed on, so everybody could see. All right, looks like they got a still going here. Oh my, the sheriff's there. He's having a tough time breaking up the still. All right. That's the mine ride. We'll cover that in that also. That's another coaster. We'll cover that in the. Okay, looks like the guy's daughter was trying to get away with that guy, and he got shot for it. Oh my! All right, here's the river ride. We'll take that a little later. Also, that's another one of the slower adventures that they have here. One of the things that I don't know. I'm a roller coaster guy, but as I get older, I'm less and less roller coaster. But I enjoy these type of rides. Over here is the guys that are working on the railroad. There they are, the guys that put the whole tracks together and everything. There they are. Yep. Over here we got the band. Yep. Jamming out. That's good. All right, here we go. We've got more of Boneville. I mean, this is the town square here. Oh, they got a saloon. Oh, it looks like there's a fire maybe going on. Wow, that looks like they probably have it out. Oop, there's a jail. Everything, stores. Okay. All right. That's the back side of the railroad here. That's the from Frontier Town, back to the Midway. All right, we got a couple more crossings. Let's see if anybody does their tradition of waving, but I think everybody's gotten kind of hard. Always when you see the train and you're stopped for the train, wave. Easy thing to do, and it's worth it. Nice waving, good job. All right, we're at the station.
Please remain seated until I've instructed you to exit.
Rugaroo. It was built in 1996. Had a major refurb in 2015, which was needed, obviously. Rugaroo means werewolf somehow in some dialect, but it is 145 feet at its highest point, and I believe it goes 75 miles an hour. A pretty quick roller coaster. So that's the Rugaroo. Our last stop for the day is the Millennium Force. It is back here just before you go into Frontier Town. The second part of the video means Frontier Town, but yeah, I mean, it's the Millennium Force is 310 feet high at its highest point, built in 2000 obviously, and it goes 93 miles an hour. It is absolutely my favorite ride, my favorite roller coaster here. That drop right there is unbelievable. So all right, we'll check back with you when we get to the Frontier Town. I sure appreciate it if you'd subscribe and like the video if you enjoyed it, and I appreciate you watching, really do. Thanks so much. Take a look at Cedar Point from up high. So here we go. I'm going to stay within the thing, but give you a view riding back down the Midway on the Sky Ride. Back there is the part we covered today. Part one's back there. All this down the main causeway. We'll do that third. We're going to do Frontier Town next. So you can see some of the roller coasters. You can see the lake and the bay over here. Pretty cool. There's the parking lot out there. Oh, here's the first part. You can see the Kiddie Land really good, and the Max Air, and over there is the Gatekeeper. You can see the Gatekeeper completely now. That's good. And the new Grand Pavilion over there. Some of the activity on the lake. Alrighty. Thanks for joining.